Hello Virgo and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your 2026 year ahead tarot forecast for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well, Virgo. It's where we look at key themes, energies, major turning points that are unfolding for you for the year ahead. And as always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. It is intuitive spiritual guidance. I say what comes to me as always. So let's see what we have for you. We're going to go through the energies month by month. So let's see what we have for Virgo. So we start with January, the Emperor. With that, in February, we have the Five of Cups. I do like this card right next to the Five of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. That's March. April, for you, we have the Page of Cups. May, we have the Knight of Pentacles. June, Seven of Swords. King of Pentacles could be you, Virgo, male or female. Can be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus with the King of Pentacles. That's July. We have August with the Three of Pentacles. September, we have the Tower. October, we have the Four of Swords. We have the Devil in November. And we have the Queen of Cups in December period. So Virgo, those are your energies. Let's see what we have for you for 2026. Let's just straighten the cards a little bit. All right. Let's start with the Emperor. The Emperor can be a person, can be a father figure, the importance of a father figure. So it might well be a focus for you, decisions from a father or to do with a father or a father being influential in some way. The month of January. The Emperor can also be somebody who is an authority. So can be a CEO, MD, owner of a company, or somebody who commands significant, the final decision to do with business. So you might be connecting to that person, from hearing from that person if you're going through some kind of experience. Generally, when the Emperor appears in your reading, it can be quite favourable as well. So if you're waiting for some decisions, this can be very positive. It would be the same from other establishments as well. Legal, a judge, arbitration, a state official, government approval, go-aheads from authority figures. This can be very positive on that basis in terms of getting that as well. So it might well be that there is someone who is significant in your life who can be bringing in a very positive decision for you. And the Emperor always does the right thing for everybody involved in a situation. They have wisdom, they're learned, they've got to be where they want to be through having walked a path that the rest of us, are walking on. So this is somebody who has been there, who knows, who has potentially walked that path, or somebody who is experienced enough to decide what the right thing to do is, or make decisions, final decisions. They have that power. This can be that scenario here. The Emperor can also be you here, Virgo. So if there has been a situation here that you have felt maybe coming into January you needed to take control of, this is about doing the right thing, taking control and taking charge. This is what I need to do. You are taking the initiative. You are, shaping your reality. You are empire building. However that manifests for you, this is somebody who knows what they need to do and they take the initiative, they take charge, they do the thing. This can be a scenario for you. It's very empowered energy with the Emperor. And also if you felt that things have controlled you, it might well be that you are deciding to take control back or take your power back in some way. So this is a very great energy of being in your power, making things happen, taking the initiative, taking charge in your life. A very powerful energy here too. So it starts with a powerful energy in January. In February, we have the Five of Cups. Now, on the one hand here, Virgo, the Five of Cups can tell us if we feel down about something, if we're looking at what's not working for us. We can be told sometimes that there are emotions involved. Most definitely, we need to honour our emotions with this energy, but not stay stuck in what's not working for us, the negative things, even things that we're, even accepting that we're letting go of. So this can be that scenario here of there may well be something that you're feeling in your energy. Oh, this isn't working for me, or I'm letting this go, or have to accept this situation, and I'm sad about it, I'm down about it. The Two of Cups is telling you, but there are things around you that hold potential and possibility. It can sometimes be about there are things to move forward to, but it can also be when Spirit is telling you, but not all is lost in this situation. It's about focusing on what's around you, what's positive, the positive things that you can focus on now. So this can just be that sense of sometimes a change of focus is needed in our situation. It doesn't always necessarily mean that it's easy energy with the Five of Cups. There's levels to this, but this can be that scenario here of trusting your intuition as well and going where that leads you now. So very powerful. All is not lost in a situation. The Five of Cups can be to do with loss, regret, looking back, mourning something that's gone. Now, if that's somebody who you are connecting to, it can represent somebody might be regretful of what happened between you and hoping that they can reconnect you in some way. You then have to decide, what you do next. And it would be the same if this is your energy as well. Sometimes there is the opportunity to find out if we can reconnect. And then then you can move forward with full focus. Then you're not always looking back and saying, what if? So this can be a powerful sign on that basis in February. The energy of the Five of Cups, like I said, if you're dealing with something ending or you're letting go of something and it's emotional, it's, again, endings, lost, letting go of something. All is not lost in this situation. We need to, again, honour our feelings because it is an emotional card, the Five of Cups. But there is also transformation in this energy too. Even though that we are letting go of something here, and it can be a little bit, sometimes bittersweet as well, there are things to move forward to, and that's what you're being told. So honour how you feel, give yourself a little bit of space and time. It will be different for each of you. But then know that there are things to move forward to with those Two of Cups behind that person. And that's what I'm seeing here, Virgo, for you. So whether it's personal, professional, life area, however this manifests for you, it can be just that sense of, all right, I know I need to, I'm accepting this, but I know I'm going to now look forward and see where life takes me. So this can be that scenario here. And I said I do like those two cards side by side because that's exactly what you're doing. You are putting on your new cloak. You are moving from a state of looking at something that has made you sad, got you down, but this is when we have an opportunity to pick ourselves up and move forward, open to what's around us, open our horizons, see where that takes us. So this can be a very powerful energy on that basis. They're not limited to being connected, but there's certainly an opportunity here, Virgo, this is forward-looking. the Three of Wands doesn't look back. They certainly have turned their back on something that is... they're ready to turn their back on, is what I want to say. And for some of you, but this is opening up to broadening your horizons. Now, if this is to do with somebody who is regretting what happened and hoping all is not lost, the Three of Wands can be one of two things. It can be, all right, I'm feeling that sense of new optimism where I didn't think there was one and was any, and I want to see where it leads. So on the one hand, this can be that sign. For others of you, it can be fully turning your back on something and just saying, no, I accept that this is done with. So you might have some kind of choice between these 2 months as well in terms of which way you go, because those ships can come into harbour, but they can also sail out. So this can be that scenario here with the Three of Wands. You know, as an expansive energy with the Three of Wands, this is really positive. You're all fired up. There is a completely different energy in March where you are taking steps and broadening your horizons and seeing what's out there. So this can be very positive in terms of the steps that you're taking. Good things are coming into your life. You could see that in terms of personal opportunities for personal development and growth, whether it's to do with moving, relocating, whether it's to do with, overseas travel, whether it's to do with or moving overseas, whether it's to do with jobs and business opportunities, whether it's to do with, renewed or new connections. The same thing applies. There are positive things coming in from the steps that you have taken on a path. This is a path of growth and you're ready for it. So this can be very positive, Virgo, in terms of there are really good things coming your way from the steps that you are taking on the path that you have chosen. Just lovely energy on that basis. It's very empowered, the Three of Wands, very action-orientated, very assertive, and finding that sense of new energy and excitement. So certainly turning something around for yourself in between February and March time. It's a powerful turning point. Like I said, you're putting on a new cloak and feeling really more positive. We have the Page of Cups in April time. You know, the Page of Cups in its simplest form is also a sign of the heart opening up, being open to new things, new joy, new happiness, things that bring us joy, just the lovely energy of that. So you might be just feeling that in April. It can represent a significant child or person as well that may well be a focus, can be a message from a young person too. So it might well be that is coming in for you because it's your main focus. It might well be someone has something to say, something to tell you, someone wants to speak to you, someone is reaching out, however that manifests for you. This is very positive to do with a child, a young person, a focus on that. Now, it's not limited to that. Page of Cups can be a very loving message. So you might be receiving that here, Virgo. And in terms of love, romance, again, I've spoken about the message, so it can be loving messages on all levels, whether it's family, friendships, love, romance. This can be the energy here. The Page of Cups can also be very positive as a sign for the new. So it can be flirtation. It can be very, a little bit giddy, that early stages of connecting to someone. There's attraction, there's chemistry, there's conversations. I mean, someone might be asking you out here in April period, certainly in terms of new love, if you're looking for new love. This can be that scenario here, especially if you're coming out of something here, Virgo, and releasing but opening up to new things. There could well be somebody in April that you are connecting to, for example. This would be very positive in terms of heart energies and, just that sense of fun, connection, excitement, flirtation, chemistry. But there could be the chance of new love here, so beautiful. In other areas of life, this can be a message, and it's your main energy, so it's coming out for a reason that might be just really a nice message, something that brings a really nice surprise. It can be an element of the unexpected. So this can also be that here, Virgo. I'm not going to say weren't waiting for a message, because I do feel for a lot of you here that there could well be something that could well be surprising if that's the case. This feels that sense of there could well be an unexpected message coming in or news, and it just lifts you. It brings you joy, it brings you happiness, it brings you warmth and light. This is the energy with the Page of Cups too. Page of Cups is such a lovely energy. So Virgo, the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a very productive energy. And there's always a sign with the Knight of Pentacles. There's real positive change from your efforts and hard work. So on a fundamental level, certainly you might be feeling that in the month of May time. You're grounded, you've focused your energy, you've put your hard work into something, and there is change accordingly. So this can feel that sense of, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I want to be. There's really positive change here. Can be to do with money, finances. I mean, it can be to do with the things that are practical, so property, real estate, finances, money paths, assets, that kind of thing as well. Can be a very productive sign that you're in the zone and you're bringing change to your situation, because you're absolutely in that productive zone. What you're putting your time and energy into is absolutely worthwhile. Now, the Knight's bringing offers and opportunities for change as well. So the Knight of Pentacles can be someone making you an offer. Very positive in terms of money, not limited to that, but it can be. A job, a business opportunity, a contract, sum of money. So however that's manifesting for you, it can be anything from a gift of money, it can be approvals to do with money, so loans, mortgage applications, payouts in terms of money, winning business as well. So this can be very positive if you're looking to win something, winning business, winning clients, winning sales. I mean, however that manifests for you, it can be a sign of that as well. Go aheads on things like funding. This will be the card for you. So the Knight of Pentacles, very positive in terms of offers, the change. Now, I also want to say with the Knight of Pentacles, I did say that it's not just money. So for me as a reader, it can also be an opportunity to get back on track. Emotionally, in your circumstances, whichever life area applies to you. This is that scenario here, an opportunity to get back on track in your circumstances. In love, it's also very positive in terms of commitment. So again, could stem from these 2 months potentially, but not limited to that. Certainly an opportunity for greater commitment or being committed to what you believe is worthwhile. Just a lovely energy, very productive with the Knight of Pentacles. Really like the Knight of Pentacles because a lot of the time there are tangible results, and we feel that, we see that, we're uplifted by that. We have the Seven of Swords in June. This is one of those double-edged swords here with the Seven of Swords. It can have a number of meanings and both can be positive or negative. So the energy of the Seven of Swords can be a situation where you might need to keep your own counsel for whatever reason, and that could be advice to you. So if you're entering a situation where you're thinking, do I say something? Do I say something to someone? The answer would be absolutely keep your own counsel with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can also be, you know what you need to do. So sometimes we also keep things quiet on the lowdown. There's an element of secrecy with the Seven of Swords, but sometimes because it serves us. For example, if you were, the best description I can give you, but it can apply to any life area. If you were, for example, wanting to change jobs or pursue something else rather than your current workplace, this will be a scenario here if you don't want to tell everybody what you're doing because it doesn't serve you. So this is that scenario, but it can apply to any life area. You are keeping things on the lowdown, but knowing what you need to do and being assertive because it serves you. So you know what you need to do, you're doing it, you're enacting a plan of some kind, but you're keeping it quietly because it matters. That's the energy here, Virgo, for you in the month of June, however that serves you. Now, the Seven of Swords can also be linked with deception in a more negative tone. There's levels to this. So the Seven of Swords, it can represent someone isn't being above board. There can be a level of secrecy. Someone lies. I mean, it can be lies, stealing, betrayal, being deceptive, not declaring all that they should, not being completely open with you, keeping secrets. You know, this can be that scenario. Now, the thing that I do want to draw your attention to, if this was about giving money, you know, that's probably where we need to be a little bit cautious between May and June, because this is about, do we give freely? Maybe a sum of money to someone that, you know, you might not feel is completely trustworthy, or you might not have the full facts of a situation. So these energies can apply here, Virgo, really between May and June. I say what comes to me, as you know. So between May and June, sometimes circumstances can arise where we just have to be very mindful, you know, scammers online, deceivers, you know, that kind of thing as well, or even in our life. This can just be about being very mindful and knowing the full facts of a situation between May and June time as well. You are in your power in July period. This can be the sign of Virgo. King of Pentacles is the height of the suit of Pentacles, male or female in a general reading, but this is a great sign of success coming into your own. In all areas of life as well, however this applies to you, King of Pentacles can be very successful in money. They understand how to manifest money, get to where they want to be in terms of money and business. Or have the money, you know, and resources to do what they want to do, whichever life stage that you're at. So this can be an important time for you to put yourself first, do what you want to do, claim your power to do that. That can be the energy here with the King of Pentacles, again, male or female. King of Pentacles, I mean, like I said, the kings can be signs of success, achievers, even reaching the height of where they want to be as well. So some of you, again, if there is some offer and you might know it's coming, for example, you might know it's coming in, and you know what you need to do, this can be where you are in a greater position of power and authority come July period. So this would be very positive in terms of, you know, advancement in business, career, financial aspects. This would be good for you in that respect. The King of Pentacles is solid, stable, secure, successful. So a great sign in terms of money. Again, even if it's to do with approvals, getting money on any level, this is getting to where you want to be by July, and you're in your power, is the sign here. Now, I also want to say they're also very committed in terms of relationships, what they feel is worth putting their time and energy into for the long term. This is somebody who understands how to bring long-term growth. So, again, you might just be tending to things that matter, relationships, people who matter, things that matter to you in any life area, things that are going to bring you growth, and also surrounding yourself by influences that support you is also the energy of the King of Pentacles as well. So very much in your power here, Virgo, in July period is what I see for you. But like I said, there's also a sense of achievement, recognition, accomplishment, leadership. This is very positive in that respect too. We have the Three of Pentacles here in August period. Three of Pentacles in money terms, and coming off the back of the King of Pentacles the month before, I mean, they're not limited. The Three of Pentacles can be collaborations, join a new team, a new collaboration. So it can be very positive in that respect. The energy of, I'm really feeling that you're building something. You work together cohesively. It's a really constructive enterprise for you. This will be a very positive thing. The energy of the Three of Pentacles can also be very positive in terms of reaching important agreements, as I always say. So it can be linked with compromise, negotiation, sometimes everybody having to give a little bit as well to get to an agreed way forward. This can be that scenario here. If you are starting new projects, initiatives, or partnerships that you were invested in, for example, this is maybe also prioritizing who does what so that it's going to work, you know? There are clear boundaries, there are clear roles. This can be that scenario here. So it's a really positive card, the Three of Pentacles here, Virgo. Now, you can see there's also a sign with the Three of Pentacles. For those of you, and it's quite a niche thing to say, but for those of you who are wanting to win a commission of some kind, this would be a really positive sign for that to happen. So winning commissions and being commissioned to do something, can be build something or design something or construct something, but it's not limited to that. This is a really positive sign of winning some kind of commission here. And yeah, with the Three of Pentacles, it can also be about building something solid and stable, even in relationships, even rebuilding, or feeling that you're at that point where you're working cohesively with another side and you really feel that you're building the foundations of something that could really go somewhere. So this is a very constructive energy here, Virgo. It also lends itself very positively, like I said, to things like property development of that nature as well, or building a home, a house, you know. You understand, or the building area, the building field can be applicable to you with the Three of Pentacles too. But yeah, it's a really kind of constructive energy, the Three of Pentacles. And again, the Pentacles, solid, stable, secure. These people are building the foundations of a church, and you can see it's kind of like the kind of like the layer is in place and to build above it. So this might well be that scenario here for you. The energy of the Tower we have right next to the Three of Pentacles. The Tower can represent change. It can be linked with endings. It can be the tearing down of the old. Now, Towers, yes, it can be linked with truth, revelation, an event that happens, someone's actions. It's a major arcana. It's a significant event. But remember, major arcanas can be world events as well, national events that can affect our lives too. COVID being one of those huge tower moments for the world. So towers can be big events, big things happening, but they can also be applying to our life specifically. So this, Virgo, is something happening. It can be suddenly that brings sudden change. Now, towers can be linked with any life area. Can be money, property, health, relationships. The key pillars that bring us a level of stability and security. So these energies can apply here. So whichever life area, there could well be some significant change that's happening for you. But remember, with the towers, they're always divinely orchestrated and divinely timed. And the thing that I always say about tower moments is we just go with it. We surrender to it. Again, if it's something that is challenging, it is leading you somewhere. It's happening for a reason. There is an element of divine influence in all things. This can be that scenario here, Virgo. So something might be happening here in September time, but it feels here that there is also a way forward. You are being aligned or realigned in some way. And it's to look for the meaning in that, the meaning in change, I want to say. Because we have the big tower, but we also have, and it can feel beyond our control, but we also have that scenario here of an opportunity to embrace change and be directed as we need to be. And surrendering to that is the energy at play. Because it brings growth, it brings our evolution. If we stay in one tower all our life, we don't grow, we don't expand our world, we don't move forward, So this is that scenario here where it can sometimes be here, something happening for a reason. Now, towers can be hugely positive as well. They can be linked with lottery wins, changes in life that are really positive for you. I mean, things like retirement would be very powerful in terms of a huge life change as well. So remember, towers aren't always negative. Towers can be very positive for you as well. If you are agreeing a way forward or making agreements to do with money, it might well be because you're going through changing times as well, potentially. But like I said, the energies aren't necessarily linked. And it's interesting because, I mean, some of you might even read the signs. There is a level here of I know what I need to do in June period. You've been in your power, understanding how to maintain or manifest stability and security, and being constructive in your approach so that when a tower hits, it might well be that you have built some kind of solid foundation in terms of how you're moving forward. Sometimes towers, there are signs that we get, that we know, and certainly with the King of Pentacles, who is very grounded and solid and stable, we can sometimes intuitively see signs and respond to signs. We have that feeling of maybe changes on the cards, and I know what I need to do to plan, for this, to build a solid foundation so that I can't stop this tower, but I know what I need to do. But like I said, I mean, the cards aren't necessarily related. The tower energy can be very powerful. But like I said, lottery wins, life changes, significant life changes can be a tower moment. So an even world and wider changes can also affect us. So these are the energies here with the tower, but they always happen for a reason. And that's the energy here, Virgo. We have the opportunity to be aligned in the way that Spirit is leading us, and we surrender. We look for the opportunity in change, is the fundamental energy here. We have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, I do like with these two cards. There are deep meanings here, because if there is something that is testing you here with the Tower energy, in October, the Four of Swords can mean, one of the meanings is, I survived. There can be a sense of relief, recovery. There can be that feeling here. So these two cards can be very powerful in terms of something happening, but I absolutely survived here. Fours represent stability. So this is that scenario here for you. Now, again, if they're not related, the Four of Swords can be about if you have decisions, choices to make, or you're not sure how to move back forward in a situation. The Four of Swords can also be mental. It's contemplative energy, where we need to take a step back or seek counsel from a trusted source to really see the way forward. So if there's important decisions, truths, reevaluating your situation here, figuring out how you're going to move forward, this can be a sign here, Virgo, with the Four of Swords of you get clarity by just taking a step back, removing yourself from a situation to gain clarity. Maybe talking it over with somebody as well might well help you, but you will see the way forward, and that's what you're being told, is what I see for you. Now, I also want to say with the Four of Swords, it can be just advice from Spirit. If you have been burning the midnight oil, if you're tired, if your energy is depleted, if you're finding yourself exhausted. The Four of Swords is also a powerful energy and advice from Spirit to say, take a break. You need to have a break. You need to recharge your batteries. You need to have healthy boundaries. You need to take care of you, put yourself first, put your health first as well. This can be that scenario as well, Virgo. So in October period, this can be a very powerful message for you as well. Either way, there is that sense of still, mental, contemplative, restorative, clarifying energy with the Four of Swords that serves you in the month of October. So we have the Devil in November period. We can have the devil within, we can have the devil without. Let's talk about within. The devil can be to do with addictions, being tempted into something or back into something, something that we like, something that we get something out of, but is it for our highest good? Likely not always anyway with the devil. And it can be a very tempting energy. So it's being very mindful of that, certainly with our own energy, our own health, putting ourselves first. It might well be that there is a huge focus in terms of something might have become unhealthy, an unhealthy habit, can be linked with addictions, vices, behavioral patterns, temptations. And it might well be a focus here, Virgo, of what do I do? Do I need to address this? Is it time? Is it time to break free of something that I get something out of here with the devil energy, but it doesn't serve me? So this can be about having an opportunity to break free, focus on something that's not healthy for you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy. The devil is very tempting, but we give power to the devil energy, the devil within, and we have the power to take that back. It's interesting. You have like these power dynamics of the Emperor and the devil, things that we give to, and also having an opportunity to be in our power, to take our power back in situations. So these are the dynamics that you might be experiencing in 2026. Not giving to things that don't serve you, that aren't good for you. That will be the energy here with the devil. Now, the devil can also be without. And I sometimes, describe, the neighbor from hell, the boss from hell at work, the landlord from hell. It can be about codependency, physical desire in relationships, but knowing it's not for your highest good, controlling behavior, manipulative behavior, power struggles, ego-based action, subversive behavior, critical behavior, obsessive behavior, jealous behavior. You understand? It's a behavioral pattern that doesn't serve your highest good with the devil. So there could well be a person or a place or people. It can be a group of people as well with the devil. So however this manifests for you, you might be making some clear choices here because it's been highlighted to you that even though there's something that's very tempting and alluring about the place, person, people, situation that you're in, is it for my highest good? And it might well be that you're making some important decision in November period. So this is for you here, Virgo. And it would be the same if it was to do with you were connecting with someone with addiction, someone who had vices. Again, you might be addressing that. It is a focus for you in the month of November. The Queen of Cups can represent self-love. As an energy, this can represent being strong, being true to you, being true to how you feel, honoring your feelings and emotions and trusting them. So feelings, the emotions are powerful with the Queen of Cups. They are her strength, not her vulnerability. Vulnerability is her strength. She is, all about being open to embrace how she feels on all levels and the magnitude of that. But it is a strength. And it can be an advice with the Queen of Cups as an energy, again, male or female. Trust how you feel, honor how you feel. how you feel is real, and it's telling you something to do with your December energy. So this can be in terms of matters of the heart. It can be positive things to do with, love and heart energies as well. I trust how I feel, and I'm moving forward and trusting that. So very positive. But it can also be, again, right next to the devil energy, self-love first and foremost, being true to how you feel, self-love, loving yourself and breaking free of unhealthy influences can be a big factor here. They're not limited to being connected as well. Now, the Queen of Cups can be somebody who might be a focus for you. Yes, the Queen of Cups, male or female, can be a love connection, existing, renewed, next level love, however that manifests for you. This can be an opportunity to connect with the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, not limited to that, male or female. The Queen of Cups can also be a parent. So there could well be the significance of a parent in the month of December. Can also be to do with siblings, a very close connected friend. This is somebody who cares, who's compassionate. And again, with these energies here, Virgo, if you're trying to figure out something in October to December, this is somebody who is on your side. This is somebody who will guide you from a caring point of view. They care about you. They put you first. They show you love. They support you when you need support. So this might well be the scenario here where someone might be guiding you, pointing you in the right direction, giving you support when you need it, or you to them. Might well be a focus for you in December period. But as an energy, a powerful energy of self-love, honouring your feelings, trusting how you feel, going with that, trusting your heart, is certain, and also intuition is a certain energy with the Queen of Cups. So that's what I have for you for your 2026 tarot reading. Let's see what we have as, I'm going to pull some angel oracle messages for you. And it might well be messages that you might just need to hear throughout 2026 at certain points. So might not be completely obvious to you right now, but again, should you check back in with your reading, sometimes we reach certain points throughout the year and the messages apply then. They fit into your life somehow. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Virgos? Thank you. Archangel Michael message. What does Virgo need to hear? Thank you. For 2026. We have your home is protected by angels. Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, or taxes. So you are protected. Your home is protected. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Virgos fortune message for 2026? Thank you. We have marriage, number 20. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So, like I said, for some of you, you could be deepening a relationship, or finding the one. Some of you could be connecting to someone new and it's going somewhere wonderful. Like I said, tower energies can be life changes. Not limited to that, but like I said, for some of you, this feels like deepening a relationship, a commitment. This is a very unified energy here. Let's see what we have for you. I also want to say, the devil can be exes, devil can be being tempted by an ex of some kind as well, but it's not limited to that. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo. Let's pull a spirit animal oracle message. What does Virgo need to hear, thank you, for 2026? We have Moose Wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So wisdom comes from experience, learning, or someone sharing their experience with us. So again, that applies again in your reading. I also want to say the symbol of the moose may well be significant for you in 2026 as a sign, symbol, icon, however that comes to you, image. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo, as a message from Spirit to finish off your reading. What does Virgo need to hear? Thank you. We have trust. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be the one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Trust your intuition, trust how you're being guided. And you won't choose wrong. Virgo, that's what I have for you for your 2026 yearly tarot forecast. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. You have some real powerful energies, beautiful energies in your reading here, Virgo, and a certain element of strength of you coming into your own as well, at a key point in the year. As always, please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading, and I wish you a wonderful 2026, and I will see you next time.